Good evening, everybody. Good evening. This is a public meeting of the School Board of West Bend Joint School District Number 1. More than 24 hours prior to this meeting, notice of the time, place, date, and subject matter of this meeting was posted in each school building, the entrance doors at the Education Service Center, and at the West Bend Community Memorial Library. A copy was also sent to the Daily News, WBKV, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, and other media sources that have requested notice of our meetings. Deb, was this meeting properly posted? Yes, it was. All right. Before we begin tonight, Tani Schmidt is calling in on the phone. Tiffany, can I ask you to be our acting clerk for the night? Thank you. Why don't we stand for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I will move to approve our agenda for tonight. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Chris. Any discussion on the agenda for tonight? Because Tani's calling in tonight, we have a policy that says we need to do a roll call vote for any action that we take tonight. So I'll start with a roll call vote on our agenda. Kurt?
Yes. Yes.
Tani?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Great, thank you. We have an agenda for tonight, and we're going to start with a bunch of recognitions tonight. I don't know who's kicking us off. Darcy Van Adestein, thank you very much. There she is.
Oh, thank you. Maggie Syriax, please come on down. Come right in the front, right there. Yep, right in front of Joel. Or maybe Tani's spot. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Hello, everyone. This is Maggie Syriax, and we are recognizing her because she has been the honor of being the 2018 Herb Cole Scholarship. And just a little bit about Maggie. Maggie is a West Bend East senior and is one of only 191 seniors in Wisconsin named for this scholarship. The prestigious honor includes a $10,000 scholarship. According to the Cole Foundation, these students were chosen because they have demonstrated excellence in the academic arena and high motivation to achieve, have displayed a broad range of activity and leadership outside the academic setting, and have shown strong promise for succeeding beyond the classroom. A couple of the testimonials I got from some staff members, just to highlight some of Maggie's extra efforts within the school. Maggie is such a giving and kind person with a great sense of humor. While being outgoing and gregarious, Maggie is also very humble. Maggie has spent her time here at West Bend East being an exemplary student athlete who participates in many extracurricular activities and has over 680 volunteer hours already. Maggie will continue to make a positive impact wherever she goes. Thank you, Maggie. All right, I have the next recognition too. If Ryan Olson, Jay Krieger, or Kathy Jeffrey, if you are here tonight, come on over. Oh, just Ryan.
Sick, and then Kathy's expecting a granddaughter.
All right. Are you going to do a read?
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Kathy Jeffrey, her daughter, did have a baby boy this morning. So she's been playing grandma.
All right, everyone. This is Ryan Olson. He's a high school special education teacher for our 18 to 21-year-old program. And along with Miss Kathy Jeffrey, an autism specialist, they have both worked together to create fundraisers to help support the autism program in the West Bend Schools District. The funds raised are made available for staff to buy materials and resources for their students on the autism spectrum. And on April 23rd this year, the annual Autism Awareness Soup Night had its second annual event and raised about $2,449. With the help of the West Bend High School ceramics teacher, Mr. Jake Krieger, and his ceramic students who created ceramic bowls for the event, staff and community members were eager to purchase the prize bowls, ranging from $10 to $25 each, which included a free bowl of soup. Bowls were sold out within the first hour, but customers still had their choice of close to 20 delicious soups donated by local restaurants. As a bonus, this year, Joseph Getterdy, a West Bend student, and another music group, No Nonsense Brass Band, they were the entertainment for that night. And a Child's Corner rounded it out with a fun-filled environment for all families. There was also a raffle for Mr. Krieger's best bowl and an autism blanket and pillow that was created by one of the paraprofessionals, Miss Denise Winninger. A couple other things. Many people were very instrumental in helping make this a success, including current and former students of Mr. Olson's, parents of students, our very own autism specialist of the district, Kathy Jeffrey, Mike Huddle for the Works program, special education, Deb Wagner, teacher, and students from Mrs. Sorcy's parent-child development class. Ryan's mom and wife also gave their time and commitment to help this make a success. They are planning for even a bigger event for next year. They've already asked surrounding schools to help with the donation of these ceramic bowls. Anybody in the district who works with individuals who have autism are able to request money that is raised during the school year. All they have to do is make a request with Kathy Jeffrey and get it processed through the special education department. So thank you, Ryan, for representing this awesome night. Appreciate it.
Awesome, thank you. I think next we have recognition of the Silverbrook Intermediate School Forensics Team for qualifying at state and nationals. All right, here's Ms. Gelnick.
Could we have our Silverbrook students come on up to the podium, please?
Yeah, how about you guys just go?
There you go.
All righty. Good evening, and thank you for this opportunity to showcase our sixth grade forensics team. At Silverbrook is a 5-6 building. This is our 4th year having a Silverbrook sixth grade forensics team. Last year, our team placed second in the small schools division, and this year we had 41 students qualifying for state. Tonight we have 4 of our coaches here that are going to tell you more: Judy Steer, Kayla Peters, Wendy Lemons, and Holly Fate.
Hi, I'm Judy Steer, and I'm one of the forensics coaches here at Silverbrook. As a former forensics student at Badger Middle School way back in the day in West Bend West, it's my true honor to be here to represent our team. And I am here to present, we have the following students qualified for state and made it to Power Round. Kayla Wadowski, Lindy Hudson, you could step forward, Lindy. Skylar McIlvred, also both of those girls were in group interp. And then these students qualified for state, they went to Power Round, and they also medaled, which was fantastic. And we have Grace Melstrand, Selah Garrettson, Olivia Kaler, and they were in group improv together. And then we have 2 other students who aren't here tonight, but we'd still like to recognize Beckham Heller and Maya Mayeski. So congratulations, you guys. You did a great job.
Congratulations. Mr. Ullman, you're next.
Good evening. I'm here to celebrate Badger Forensics tonight, and I would like to have my coaches and advisors come on up, introduce themselves, and tell us a little bit about Badger Forensics.
Thanks. And Badger kids, you need to come up to the podium as well. You're not off the hook. Come on up, all of you. My name is Janet Jackson, and I am one of the co-head coaches at Badger. I've been involved in forensics for about 10 years, and we have about 12% of our Badger students on our forensics team. We had over 110 students, ranging from 7th, 8th graders, kids that are really involved, really outgoing, kids that are really shy and looking to open up and gain more confidence. Forensics really is for everybody. And joining me is Judy Fate.
Hi, my name is Judy Fate, and I've been involved in forensics for 6 years as a coach and a judge. And forensics is more than just giving a speech. It's about, like Janet said, building confidence, building friendships, and above all, supporting each other. And I think all of these, plus our 110 students, have been just amazing this year. I'm so proud of them.
Thank you, Janet and Judy. It's so cool seeing kids in their element in something like forensics, and seeing kids that normally you wouldn't realize come out of their shell. So I just want to take the opportunity to celebrate the students, or all the students in forensics, and I asked the state place winners to come here tonight to be recognized. And I liked calling the state place winners down to my office, because then I can brag about me being a state champ in forensics at Badger Middle School. How many of you guys did I show the trophy to? Right? All right. I still have it in my office. It's got a lot of tape on it. It's really, really old, but I still have it. So I would like to introduce Olivia Matthew, who took third in humorous solo acting. Where's Olivia? She couldn't make it. Val Oksuda took third place in poetry. Bailey Dove, Elise Luskowitz, Emma Tews took third in group interp. Kristen Sulak took third in persuasive. Sydney Feliz took second in persuasive. Sydney here? No. Alex Zimmer and Raymond Spores took second in news reporting. Jacob Getz, Mitch Serdan, Jake Williams, and Owen Kolkema took second in group interp. And Izzy DeGroot and Kayla Lemons were state champs in group interp. Vanessa Palma was a state champ in poetry. Sophia Guerra and Megan Spaeth were state champs in demonstration. And last but not least, Paige Forler was a state champ in poetry. Well done, everybody.
Cool, congratulations. Is Mr. O'Connor here? Here he is. Mr. Schloss and Mr. O'Connor. All right.
I'm not surprised Mr. Allman shared that story about winning state in 8th grade. I went to high school. Actually, I went to grade school with him as well, and he's told that story for the last 25, 30 years. But if you want to hear something really funny about him, we'll talk about his middle school basketball playing days. No, he's a good buddy. All right, I've got Mr. O'Connor again with me. Last week I introduced him. He is the administrator at West High School, has done a great job working with clubs and co-curriculars this year. And I wanted to get him up here on the dais so everybody has a face to a name. So Mr. O'Connor was gracious enough to be here tonight again. Like Silverbrook and Badger, and we're going to hear about East in a little bit, West High School has a proud tradition in forensics. And we're going to let their advisor come on up and talk about West Forensics. Two of them. This is Tiffany Gitter and Danielle Constance.
Hello. I will, like the others before me, ask that our students come up front here. And I believe we have two, perhaps, if not. Ben Kannenberg? No? Okay. All right. I think it goes without saying forensics is a great activity for our students to be involved in, and two of the individuals that you have before you are just the epitome of what this activity represents. Abby is a captain for us in the coming years. She has recently been elected to serve as a mentor to upcoming students. And then Anna Pitts here. She has been a dominant figure on our team for the past 4 years. Miss Constance and myself, we have had the opportunity to see her grow through the years. I think someone mentioned how, they come out of their shell. Anna has definitely done that. In fact, she has represented our school at the state competition this year. Of the 6 candidates who made their way to the final category at the state competition in solo humors, 3 of those came from West Bend. And Anna Pitts achieved 5th place at the state competition. We are so proud of her. Thank you, ladies.
Congratulations.
Hello, and I'll bring up our advisor for East Forensics, that is Doris Sexton. Come on up.
They deserted me, all of them. Well, that wasn't nice. Well, Easties, come on over and join us in debaters. We've got... Oh, they got a little gutsier now. I will introduce you to the other coaches at East High School. On the end, John Konetzker and I play with the debaters. And my daughter Ashley, a former national competitor, is here to work forensics with us. So this year, we are heading the end of this week to Washington, D.C., and these debaters and East Forensic kids will be on the plane at 7 o'clock Thursday morning. They're not pleased to be on the bus at 4 o'clock Thursday morning, but they'll live through it. Tiffany was talking about the state tournament. We can do that for a little bit. She's already told you that 3 West Bend kids made it to the final round of humorous. I should be introducing everybody as I go along. We'll start with Ian. Ian O'Day is the 6th place spot in solo humorous. I'm going to jump over to Emily Kolb, is the state champion this year in solo humorous. And if you call her later, she'll do her piece for you. Whoa! We've blackened the place here. Let's see. Justin, who's kind of in the middle here, Justin Scherzer, was in oratory, and he is the 6th place finisher in oratory this year. Okay. And our national competitors are here as well. Heading to policy debate. No, we don't do policy debate. It's time for me to take a nap. In public forum debate, we've got the team of Annie Sayani and Abby Wicklish. We've got the team of Rachel Granick and Chanel Kreuzer. And our other team couldn't be with us tonight because they are in the orchestra concert, which starts momentarily. So Ben Cannonberg, my brain has totally gone to mush here tonight, and Brianna Bateman will be doing that. And on this end, Caitlin Marsh is going to be doing National Lincoln Douglas debate, and flying down to the other end, Maddie Amott is going to be looking into the oral interp. So that's our lineup for this year. And I forgot about Jonathan. Jonathan's not with us tonight because he is excited to have a new job at Pizza Ranch, which opens tonight. And he said he was told that if he didn't show up for opening night, he wouldn't be there for the second night. So Jonathan Kroll and Ian are going to be doing duo at the national tournament in a couple of days. So that's our lineup for our side.
Did we do? Darcy, are you up for FBLA? Yep.
I'm enjoying all this recognition to give our students.
All right.
Okay, we have FBLA, which is up next for East and for West. So Ralph and I are going to present on this. And we have Allie Holster as our advisor. She's not able to be here tonight. So we have Libby. Libby Wilkelman, she's going to do some introductions. Come on up. I'll give a little overview of kind of what FBLA and their journey so far. So West Bend East and West competed at the Future Business Leaders of America State Leadership Conference in early April, along with more than 1,200 students from around the state. Students heard from a keynote speaker, attended workshops and tours, networked with other students, and competed for a chance to advance to the National Leadership Conference being held this June in Baltimore. So I'm going to bring Libby up. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Libby Wilcom, and I'm the chapter president for the West Bend FBLA. So that stands for Future Business Leaders of America. We do community service. We learn about different aspects of business. And as she was saying, we compete in different business competitions. So today we have Holly Kunkler, Braden Wadowski, and Gabriella Santamaria, just a few of our 9 state qualifiers and competitors that competed early in April in lacrosse. And some of us will now be traveling to Baltimore at the end of June, myself, Holly, and Sebastian Hunt, to compete again at the national level in our respective categories. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Not where he wanted to stand.
Not where he
but-
wanted to stand tonight. On TV, too.
I
here,
am
Coach.
here to share with you our pick Coach of the Year award for this year went to Coach Albrecht. It's awarded at our Senior Athletic Awards ceremony, which was last week. Just some highlights that won the Coach of the Year this year. This is actually the third time we've presented the award. Coach Blumier won the first award. Coach Soxie won the award last year, and then this year, Coach Albrecht. He finished the 2017 season with a 33-0 record. He was the North Shore Conference champion for the third consecutive year. They were the WIAA state champions for the second time in his career. Over the past 2 seasons, they've had a record of 56-1. He has a career record of 429 wins, 106 losses. His winning percentage of 80.2 is the best winning percentage of all coaches in the state of Wisconsin. And this year, he was also named Wisconsin Coach of the Year for the second time. So, great job. Thank you, Coach.
Awesome.
And Brian, quick question. Coach Albrecht, hasn't he been in our district 25 years? Is that right? His 25th year of teaching. So thank you so much, Coach Albrecht.
All right, I would like to bring Denny Ziegler up front. Sure, to start. That's right. All right, we are very honored to celebrate Denny as he has been awarded the most spirited athletic director, top 5 finalists in America, okay, given by Varsity Brands. A little bit about this. Denny recently came back from Disney and was celebrated as being one of the top 5 finalists for the most spirited athletic director in America. The Varsity Brands School Spirit Awards honor the very best of America's high schools by recognizing outstanding schools, organizations, and individuals that go above and beyond to build school pride, the student engagement, and community spirit. Denny has done that and above for West Bend East community, students, and families here. He sets a vision and runs with it. The recognition event that took place in Disney will be aired actually June 10th on CBS Sports. Way to go, Denny. We are so very proud of you and so very happy as you are part of our West Bend community. Thank you so much.
Just briefly, I don't like the center of attention too much, but I couldn't have done this without the support of the admin team, the parents, the student athletes, the coaches. So, I think that this recognition should be shared with those people as well. And in particular to the students and the teachers that nominated me, it was something that, is once in a lifetime opportunity. To give just a little bit more background, there's 25 different categories that Varsity Brands recognizes, and they had over 500 applications or nominations over 43 different states. So to be recognized as, a top 5 finalist in the athletic director category is something that, I will always cherish. But to be able to sit there and to listen and to speak with some other school districts as far as things that they're doing to promote spirit, I can honestly say that, we are not far from those other schools and things that we're doing here. So I just wanted to make sure that we keep up the good work, and I thank everyone that was part of this organization too. Thanks.
Congratulations. Is Nora Luca here tonight? Right here. Right there. All right. We're gonna recognize Nora Luca tonight, who's a special ed aide at Badger, and she's been with the district for 11 years, and she is one of the recipients of our Support Employee of the Year award. Nora is beyond reliable. She always strives to provide excellent service to the students she supports, their parents, their special education teachers, and the regular education teachers. She often goes above and beyond in the classroom. She is patient, kind, and encouraging as she works with students who are struggling academically. Nora accepts students with challenging behaviors and works with them to better understand the areas they're struggling in. Nora is one of the driving forces behind the startup of the TRAP team at the high school. She's involved in the everyday running of the program, as well as acquiring and maintaining of the equipment and supplies needed. She is instrumental in the main fundraiser for this organization. Integrity is one of Nora's greatest qualities. Her honesty allows staff to really understand the students' needs better, how to provide appropriate accommodations or modifications, and appropriate expectations. Open and honest communication with Nora has been one of the cornerstones to the success of those she has served. She is an indispensable asset in the classroom and to the Badger school community, and I will also add to our school district. So congratulations, Nora, one of our support employees of the year. I want to give you a little something before you walk away. Absolutely, you can.
I just want to say that I feel honored to have been chosen by my peers to accept this award, and I also want to acknowledge all the wonderful, supportive staff members that I work with every day at Badger Middle School. Thank you.
Congratulations. Now I'm going to turn it over to Brianna Carls and Paige Cooper.
Good evening, everyone. Excuse me. So this Thursday, the 24th, our concert orchestras, which is our freshman orchestra, they will be playing for us in the auditorium at 7 p.m. And I'm going to be playing with them. I kind of hopped in and was like, hey guys, because they only have one other viola. And so I'm super excited to play with them. And I've seen them grow over time, and it's super cool. Tuesday the 29th is going to be our annual Star Search for the choirs. I know there's been a lot of hard work put into this and a lot of students stress over it, but there's always a great outcome, and I'm so excited to see it. So that's going to be 7 p.m. as well on the 29th. On the 30th, it'll be our chamber orchestra playing, and we're going to be playing Benjamin Britten's Simple Symphony, and we've been working really hard on it, so I hopefully can see you all there. It's super exciting when we get some people that, well, it's not just our parents, it's super fun. East NHS will be holding a blood drive on this Wednesday, May 23rd. It's going to be going from 2:30 to 7 p.m. in the East Cafeteria, and time slots are super flexible, and all of our donors will receive a $5 Amazon gift card. And Amazon's the best, so why not? And then we are wrapping up our senior year here, and it's so scary, but it's super fun. Our last day is June 6th. That is the last day of our exams, and then us seniors get to come back on the 10th and walk across the stage, hopefully. So exciting. So I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be here every Monday meeting and talk to you guys and give you guys an update on what's going on. I've learned so many things about talking to people and how to just fluently do it, and I'm going to carry those things with my life throughout life with me everywhere, and I'm so thankful for it, so thank you so much.
All right, good evening. Now it's my turn. So being our last meeting, I'm excited to wrap up the school events for you. So I'm going to start on behalf of athletics. All 4 track teams are currently competing in our regionals tonight as we speak, and we'd like to wish all the teams the best of luck as we have a lot of people that we look to continue into the sectionals. Last week, our East and West boys golf team had the opportunity to compete at Whistling Straits Golf Course. And as I hear, it was a great experience where they were able to play where the PGA or something was a few years ago. I'm not much of a golfer, so. Also, the athletic banquet, as talked about before from Coach Albrecht, was last week, and it was a great success. And I'd just like to congratulate the 4 PIC Award winners, Grace Bauman, Cannon Melstrand, Joey Mickles, and Annie Guerrero. Not very good at that. And also to Coach Albrecht for the Coach PIC Award. So great job to all those people. Aside from athletics, we have an East NHS blood drive, as Paige mentioned, and the honors banquet is going to be Wednesday night, and that's a way for seniors to celebrate receiving their honors cords. This is the first year they're doing it, and they're hoping for a good turnout. The AP Environmental Science classes, taught by Mr. Delane, took actually a field trip today to a landfill in order to better appreciate the environment. Drive Your Tractor to School Day is on June 1st, in case anybody was wondering. So if you have a tractor, is encouraged to drive to school, and I don't know where you're parked. With a license. And finally, I would also just like to say thank you for the opportunity to speak on the school's behalf. I think it's a great way for everybody to be more involved with the high school, and I just want to thank you all. So have a good night.
Paige and Brianna, this is their last board meeting, and on behalf of the board and our administrators here at the ESC, thank you very, very much. It's been a pleasure having you here on Monday nights, and it was a pleasure for me to sit by the two of you. If you guys have any suggestions for who could fill your shoes, please don't be shy to tell your principals. Give them something. Could you just take a quick second to let us know what your plans are this summer and for next fall?
All right. So this summer, I will be working side by side with an MSO musician to better my skills, and I'm very excited for that. And then coming this fall, I will be going off to UW Whitewater to pursue music education, and I'm very excited. And I get to come back and teach with you guys.
Awesome.
My summer is just going to be working in the candy shop. But next fall, I will be attending the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, where I'll be studying therapeutic recreation or data science. So I'm kind of up in the air right there.
Wonderful. Congratulations, and on your high school graduation, best of luck. If there's anything any of us can do, certainly reach out and don't be shy. When you're in town, come back and visit us. So thank you for a great year having you on the board. All right, we'll turn it over to Laura Jackson for our superintendent's report.
Excellent. So we had just had a report last week. We just have a few things that we want to share at this time. And the first one happens to do with our instructional coaching. A few weeks back, you had probably about 2 months back, we had some of our instructional coaches here, and they talked about a little bit about what they do each day. And today they had an opportunity to come together and really reflect on the year. And so Jen Gennerman is going to talk about that a little bit right now.
Thanks for having me tonight. So like Laura said, today was a little bit of a time for us to reflect as a group. We had lunch together, and the theme of our lunch was just that they rock. They rock in our system, they rock in our classrooms, they rock as their own professional learning community. So we just wanted to highlight a few of the things that they've worked on this year. One of the things is working with teachers in grades kindergarten through 5th grade to implement intervention resources to meet the needs of all learners in the area of math. In addition, we've also been implementing a new math curriculum, and so supporting the first year teachers with that as far as the year 1 implementation and the year 2 pieces. In the area of special education, we've had coaches support the literacy instruction, and we partnered with CESA 6 on that professional development, so it really was ongoing professional development throughout the year. In addition, we've been, as coaches, a group has been focusing on the technology device pilot program, and so rolling that out and preparing for more one-to-one throughout the system. So these are just a few of the things that they've been supporting throughout the system, and this is our team there of that great picture we took today. That it was fun when we were doing it. So they've just been working a lot behind the scenes, and we just wanted to celebrate all that they bring to the system.
Great.
So I also wanted to take a minute to thank Brianna and Paige and wish you two well on your future endeavors. I'm so glad that you shared where you are headed after high school. We are excited to have had you here, but to see you go off into your futures. You two ladies are set up for success, and I am confident you will do well in whatever you pursue and enjoy. And thank you so much for giving us your time. The Department of Justice has a grant available to school districts. They have put out $100 million for all schools in Wisconsin, and that grant is your indication as a school district that you're interested in applying for the grant is due shortly. Dave Ross spent a lot of time really pulling some things together for our schools. The Department of Justice has been adding information about what else they would like to see in the grants along the way. So we paused for a few moments because we were done significantly early in the requirement and waited to see, reflect on that, and then see what other additional requirements there are. So we're going to ask for approximately $1.25 million for the district. That will include some things that need to be addressed in our facilities to provide safe and secure entrances for our facilities. It also, the Department of Justice grant must now also include training on ACEs, which has to do with childhood trauma and things that happen throughout our lives that indicate we need some support, or we may, if we don't have the tools to address those, we need some support in doing that, as well as trauma-informed care. And so we will be, we will be applying for that grant shortly, and but we need to revise our ACEs and our trauma-informed care part. So I just wanted to also indicate that that grant has multiple departments working on it in order to really maximize what we can do in a very short term for our school district. The grant, you have to be able to address the needs beginning immediately once the grant is awarded in June. And Dave Hamilton is going to join us for the next section of the report.
Thank you, Laura. I don't have pictures and charts and things like Jen Getterman always does, but I will try and do it with just the words. Couple of things. We're ahead one slide.
Oops.
How did we do? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sometimes do that.
Yes, okay. Just a brief update. I think you're aware of these issues on this superintendent slide, or superintendent search, excuse me. We have 3 days planned, next 3 days, as you all know. The order is Chris Peterson, Tom Ho, and Don Kierkegaard. Our schedule for them during the day, it'll be a long day for each of them. They arrive starting at 9 in the morning, and then they finish with you all in the evening, as you know. So kind of like spending the day at West Bend. So they'll do that tomorrow on their schedules each day as well. But it does include staff, parents, community, and of course ends with the board in the evening. And as a reminder, this is an interview. We're here to interview the candidates and help make the final selection, but also each of these people are being actively recruited by other districts as well. So there's a little bit of a presentation of both the district and the community while they're here as well. And then towards the end of the week, we will hopefully be able to select with one individual and work on compensation and contract for that person.
At 4 o'clock on every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week, students, staff, community members are invited to Silverbrook, where the candidates will be there for about 30 minutes to introduce themselves to you as well as address any questions. They'll have about 30 minutes. We'd love to have students, staff, and community members out there.
There we go. The summer project for Human Resources will be the employee handbook. This is something that we feel just needs to be addressed. It's not a massive rewrite by any means, but it's something that we think we can make some changes to it for the better. We'll definitely have employee involvement in the process, in the project, because it's not something I want to do to employees. It's something I want to be able to do with employees and get ideas and input from them as well. We'll obviously keep the board informed as to any decisions that are made in that project and the process for that project. And then teacher compensation is a fall project this year. Again, extensive employee involvement. There has been a lot of employee involvement in terms of previous work in the past year by committee on this, and we want to build off of that prior work, even though a lot of work has been done, but there's nothing been done this current semester. And I put in this, we've heard this before, we have to recognize that staff has heard someone like me standing up here and saying this type of thing before, and yes, we're going to get this done, and we need to recognize that it didn't happen the way it was suggested or we thought it would. We're working very hard this time to make sure the outcome is different.
And
thank you.
That's the end of our report for tonight, so thank you all.
Thank you. All right, we've come to the public participation portion of our agenda. Board Policy 187 prescribes the nature and procedures for this segment. I summarized the policy at this time, but copies of the policy are available in the back of the room, and I urge you to familiarize yourself with the policy in its entirety. Residents of the district, parents of children in district schools, and employees of the district may participate. Participants desiring to address the board should obtain and complete a participant comment card near the entry and turn it over to the president prior to the meeting or when allowed. Participants may comment concerning an agenda item or a non-agenda item. Each participant may be called to the podium and given 3 minutes to speak. The participant must state his or her name, address, in relation to the district. This information will appear in the minutes of the meeting. The board will not engage in debate concerning the remarks or take immediate action. The board may refer the matter to the superintendent, a committee, or take the remarks into consideration for future action. Board Policy 872 provides a formal process for citizen complaints, and Board Policy 520 provides a formal process for employee complaints. The board recommends use of these procedures as they guarantee a fair and timely response. I will first call, the order I received these was Shelley Krieger.
My name is Shelley Krieger. I live at 715 Highland View Drive. I'm a teacher at West Bend West, and I'm speaking tonight as a member of the exec board of the WBEA. Teachers in the West Bend School District take a variety of classes and workshops outside the school day to earn 15 hours of professional development each year. The WBEA is concerned with the district's decision to deny professional development hours for teachers who take the American Heart Association's CPR AED certification course, which is offered by the district. The WBEA feels that learning how to perform CPR in students and fellow staff members is just as important for our district's children as learning how to create a Google Doc or online quiz. Our teachers are likely to be the first contact for our students if they experience a life-threatening allergic reaction, start choking, or, God forbid, there be a shooting at one of our schools. Isn't it just as valuable to our students and their families to have teachers who are CPR certified and prepared to handle these situations as it is to have staff who know how to create a Google survey? These life-threatening situations are part of the reason why the district adopted Safe and Orderly as one of the 5 goals in its 2017-18 strategic plan. According to this goal, the district will enhance WBSD's systematic approach to physical, social and emotional, and technological safety to ensure the optimal working and learning environment. This goal recognizes that fulfilling the physical and emotional needs of students is a critical part of their learning environment. So shouldn't we be rewarding teachers who take a class in CPR, AED, and therefore help fulfill the district's strategic plan, rather than dismiss these important skills they are willing to bring to our children's classrooms? How many more of our children's teachers would seek CPR AED certification if they knew it would count as 3 of their 15 professional development hours for the year? Wouldn't it be fantastic for our students and families to know that the district is taking their safety so seriously that they are encouraging teachers to take and seek these trainings rather than discouraging it from happening? The WBEA encourages district administration and the school board to take another look at our request to grant professional development hours to teachers who take the district's CPR AED certification course. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Krieger. Stacy Scherzer.
So tonight I wanted to just
We'll just
talk-
have you start,
Oh.
just start with your
Oh,
name
yeah.
and address. Thank you.
Stacy Scherzer, 3223 South Bittersweet Circle, West Bend. So my husband and I are longtime parents in the district, and I wanted to talk a little bit tonight about my concerns about the acceleration programs in the district. I know tonight's reading on the GT policy is purely focused on GT, so that's not really about that. It's not directed at tonight's policy reading. But the new policy at Badger that has affected my daughter, as well as some of the programming issues that I see at 5th grade at Silverbrook. And I'm also just looking to gain some understanding as to kind of the rationale behind some of these things. I just think as a whole, we're kind of going in the wrong direction with accelerated programming at the elementary and middle school level. Starting with they're no longer ability grouping kids at Silverbrook in 5th grade. They always did that, for many years, and now the last couple years, they're not doing that. Currently, there are 3 to 4 advanced ELA 8th grade classes, and that includes 1 high school level class. My understanding is they're going down to just 1 very small advanced class next year. So they're going from about 100 students down to somewhere, I don't know, under 20. I don't know what that number is, and so that's kind of one of my questions. What is that number? And what will it be next year? So it might be that 100 was too many. Maybe some of those kids struggle, but if we're going down to like 10, I'm not quite sure why that is and why we're only servicing a real small percentage of kids to challenge them. So my daughter, who was initially affected, I'm hoping now she'll be in next year's class. She was allowed to take an extra IQ test, basically, she had to do because of her unique situation of missing some of last year's tests. And we appreciated that opportunity. And I was told she did well. I haven't been given a final decision, but I'm speaking more from the standpoint of our district's health on this. The other kids, in the district, a lot of her friends were affected by this decision. They were basically booted out of advanced 7th grade program. They were doing well, kids that are getting A's and B's that were told your test scores aren't high enough, you can't take advanced 8th grade. And a lot of parents and kids are pretty upset about this. They feel they've proven themselves and done well in the class, and this new criteria is saying you can't take this class. Her IQ scores were high, but yet her scores on the STAR testing were kind of all over the place. I don't think all the standardized tests truly reflects kids' abilities. And my second question, I guess, is the rationale for why some of this is happening. Why are we shrinking down our programming? I haven't really been given a good reason for that. So I don't understand, and that's one of the things I'd kind of like to know. You have a lot of kids in 8th grade that are reading well above and up into high school level, and if you're only going to be servicing 10 to 20 kids, what about the rest of them that are reading at these high levels, and now they're being put in a lower level?
We've come to 3 minutes
Okay,
there.
sorry. I had more to say, but.
Thank you very much
Thank
tonight,
you.
and you're more than welcome to come back next public
Okay.
comment section. Thank you, Mrs. Schuler. Yeah, certainly, if you have prepared comments there, and same with you, feel free to email us. Any other comments tonight to the board? Okay, we will move on our agenda to our consent agenda. Tonight on the consent agenda, we have minutes from our May 14th regular board meeting, disbursements posted on May 21st, Head Start monthly report, a resignation, and ratification of contracts. Can I please have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you, Chris.
Second.
Second, Nancy. Thank you. Any discussion on the consent agenda? If not, we'll do a roll call vote, starting with Kurt.
Yes.
Yes.
Tani?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carries. Consent agenda is approved. We'll move on to our action items tonight. This is the third reading of several new board policies. Start College Now, Early College Credit, Part-Time Open Enrollment, Gifted and Talented Education, Instruction of Students with Disabilities, Children in Foster Care, Education of Homeless Children and Youth. Turn it over to you, Mrs. Jackson.
Yep. It is the third reading, so does the board have any further questions on any of the policies? If so, Sharon, Keelis, or myself will address those questions.
I have a couple, and some of these were submitted just by a parent. When will the administrative rule be presented, and does it need board approval?
Okay. Administrative rules do not need board approval. An administrative rule is, first, a policy needs to be in place for there to be an administrative rule to accompany that policy. So once this policy is completed, the administration has been working on drafting the AR that will be finalized in the next couple weeks. So I think that addressed that question.
Thank you. Okay. And then does the gifted and talented policy work with IEPs and 504 plans as well?
If you recall during the discussion, during the policy committee discussion of this policy, they are not exclusive. An IEP, a student with an IEP is not excluded from being gifted and talented, and a student who is identified as gifted and talented is not excluded from having an IEP. They are different policies that work simultaneously in some children.
Okay. And then along with the administrative rule, the question was, will it include any reference to the social, emotional needs of children, particularly those who might have a disability? Is that reference within the AR? Because I know the AR, we mentioned it before, is the meat. It gives us our criteria, our numbers, our measurements, gets very specific. is the social emotional component part of that or not?
So within the gifted and talented policy, the administrative rule, we will talk about how the policy is implemented. Students who are identified as gifted and talented may have some additional social emotional needs that are different from their same age peers. A student who has an IEP and is also gifted and talented, the needs that give them an IEP are saying that a special education program is required to address these needs. So within the gifted and talented administrative rule, until we are complete, I'm not going to say exactly what it's going to say because I could put it out and then in revisions that may come out. So social emotional needs of gifted students are usually part of either the program plan or the administrative rule. Where we decide to put that for West Bend is not yet solidified, but it will be in one of those locations. It will not state that a student with an IEP has this because that is addressed in the IEP. And when we have a student who has an IEP and is identified as gifted and talented, it would be totally expected to have all parties present at the IEP meeting, including a gifted and talented resource person.
For parents who have questions on where their kid fits, or is my kid gifted or talented or not, and one of our parents tonight talk about shrinking what seems like shrinking class sizes. Who is the go-to person for a parent? Is it a gifted and talented coordinator? Is it someone in your office? Is it a principal? Where do parents go to get questions answered?
So generally, you always start with the person closest to the child. So generally, you would start with your classroom teacher. So if a parent felt like their child may be gifted and talented, they'd start with the classroom teacher. The classroom teacher generally then consults with the gifted and talented resource person. Within our AR and then our subsequent handbook, our program plan, we will be including all of the steps in the identification process so that those are more clearly laid out than they have been in the past. So a parent will be able to refer a child for gifted and talented as would a classroom teacher. Generally, you would start with the person closest to the child.
Laura, maybe this is just for clarification purposes, but I think that some people, perhaps, and I might be one of these people, getting a little confused. So we have gifted and talented, but then we also have accelerated. So would that be what we call honors programs at the high school? And if not, can you kind of explain that? Because I think some people are getting confused to say, I thought my kid was gifted and talented, but actually they're in an accelerated program or whatever. So can you just give us the quick 411 on that?
Yep. An accelerated learner is someone who needs additional challenge, and that could be based on the unit that you're doing, based on what it is you're studying, or how you're communicating. So, for example, we have some people who are incredibly talented writers, and if we were doing a unit on poetry, we might let, say, if you were a talented writer, we might let you have some more individualized instruction in poetry because you are accelerated and you can communicate more using more visualization or something like that in your writing. So an accelerated learner, they're within the classroom setting, we talk in intervention about Tier 1 instruction, that's the instruction everybody gets, and Tier 2 instruction. We often think that Tier 2 instruction is just for students who are struggling, but it is for any student who needs something different than the typical. So a classroom teacher may pull kids in small groups. It happens across across from our pre-K all the way through grade 12 classrooms. And so acceleration means that the student needs something different, whether it's pacing needs to be adjusted or depth, how deep they're going. Maybe the learning target needs to be more rigorous for them. Sometimes it's appropriate for a student to be subject accelerated, and a subject acceleration is when you're working 1 year advanced in a subject area. So students who are subject accelerated may or may not be identified as gifted and talented. In gifted and talented identification, you look at different areas of giftedness. For example, we have to look at what is our criteria for determining if a student is artistically gifted and talented, and then what are the supports and opportunities they have to address that. You would also have it look at intellectual and leadership. And so you would expect us as administration, now that we're working through the AR, well, once we're working through the AR, once the policy's approved, we'll work through the AR and the handbook to be looking at those other areas as well. Thank you.
Great, good questions. Or go
I
ahead,
just
Kurt.
have one more question. This is the first time we've had a gifted and talented policy, is that right?
So we've addressed gifted and talented, education for gifted and talented in multiple policies. This is the first one dedicated. I'll say since I've been here, but you'll laugh at that because it's 10 months. But it's not in our recent policies looking back quite some time. So we've addressed it in other policies, but a standalone gifted and talented, this is our first.
Yeah, thank you. And just one comment that I would like to make on that is myself as a board member would like as many people to be that qualified to get that type of programming in the district that will set us apart of being one of the finer districts like we are in the state. So just making a comment, and I think this being the first, maybe if I call it
First step,
formal policy, and I think I like the way it's laid out on specifics, but broad enough to cover other areas. So
I appreciate that.
I think there are definitely a number of parents who are going to be very interested in knowing the details when the administrative rule is passed. Can you describe generally how that process takes place? And what I mean is, are various people involved in developing the AR? Is it dedicated to one individual? How does that work? How many eyes will be on that process?
So our gifted and talented resource people, as well as our directors in curriculum and instruction, will all be involved in that process. And quite frankly, our gifted and talented resource teachers started early on providing some feedback for that. I will just make a comment. We have put some really good staffing in place to address this. You asked as far as the AR. Future forward, I would expect our district to have some parent meetings during the course of the school year next year for students who are identified as gifted and talented. Additionally, I would look for some additional parent resources and a parent page on our website that would for our gifted and talented families.
I move to approve new board policies 343.45, Start College Now, 343.46, Early College Credit, 343.44, Part-Time Open Enrollment, 342.3, Gifted and Talented Education, 342.8, Instruction of Students with Disabilities, Section 504 Plans, 411.3, Children in Foster Care, and 411.2, Education of Homeless Children and Youths.
I second that.
Kurt seconds, thank you. We've got a
If I may.
motion and second discussion. Go ahead.
Don't we have to have all the board members present to ratify these? Or not?
Second reading, we would have to have all board members present, and unfortunately, I left last week's meeting early, so now we can vote on these as a third reading. So any more discussion on these policies?
I'd just like to say I certainly support the gifted and talented education policy. I recognize that it appeals really to the top 2%. I would say that probably every child in this room is gifted and talented in some way, and I commend you for that. A lot of the work of the school district is to identify what are those gifts and talents and to really maximize them. But when we think about underneath that top 2%, I agree with Ms. Scherzer, other parents who have communicated to the board. I want to make sure we're very clear on the qualifiers, on the criterion that allows these kids to move at a rigorous type of pace, at a pace that challenges them, that allows them to realize their full potential. I know as a destination district, I really feel like having this nice range of opportunities in our class and our content is going to improve test scores. It's going to improve our overall ability to function and succeed, whether you're looking for college or technical and career. performing well and being able to work under some challenging curriculums and classwork, I think overall you're going to get a better outcome. So when I look at our policies, 342.3, we need that one, but also 345.4, the acceleration, but there might be another place in there to identify how do we choose between advanced curriculum, accelerated curriculum, gifted and talented, because the board, proper board governance, puts a big emphasis on student achievement. So the board needs to be really clued in to the details that go around to moving children into different classes, to creating new programs, to taking away certain course offerings. We need to be very informed on those practices before they happen. And I think, too, teacher input is critical. So making sure that the teachers have a role to play if we eliminate or add classes, it's got to start in the classroom, in my opinion. So I appreciate this policy, but I want to make sure we look very closely at 345.4 and consider something that better identifies these advanced and honors classes, too. I think they're important.
Both our retention and acceleration policies, along with a new policy, grade placement in high school, would be brought forward to the Board of Education for initial discussion at our next policy committee meeting.
Any more discussions on this motion? If not, we'll do a roll call vote. Kurt?
Yes.
Yes.
Tani?
Sorry, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
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 7-0, motion carries. We'll move on to the next action item tonight, which is resolution on some bonds. Karen?
So you should have received the copy of the resolution authorizing the redemption of the taxable general obligation promissory note. This is from Fund 39, Issue 1. And to give you some background, so I met with R.W. Baird to review our existing debt. And the strong recommendation from them is to redeem the $645,000 bond as budgeted. So I did validate that this was in the budget for the 17-18 school year. And the reason for this is our highest existing interest rate at 5.13%. So if we redeem this, it'll save the district approximately $33,000 in interest, and it will reduce next year's payment, providing us more budget flexibility. So we're asking the board to approve the motion to redeem this promissory note, and we would work with R.W. Baird to facilitate it.
Great. Any questions?
Just one question. With regard to the funds, the $645,000, I'm assuming that based on your cash flow projections, this isn't something that's going to impair the district. In other words, we have the cash to pay this off?
Yes, we do. This is as budgeted, and it's from available fund balance.
And that was my question, too, that was it coming from the general fund or the available
Yes, yeah.
budget
And
this year?
Yes, it's in the fund balance and it was budgeted. So I think the plan was to put it in there, but then to make sure that the district was doing as planned and that we would have the funds available. And we do for this.
Ken, did you have anything?
No, I would approve it. I would move to approve the resolution authorizing the redemption of the taxable general obligation promissory notes, Build America Bonds Direct Payment, dated June 29, 2009.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussions? If not, we'll do a roll call vote. Kurt?
Yes.
Yes.
Tani?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Great, motion carries. We'll move on to our couple of committee reports tonight. The first is the Head Start Policy Council, and I think Mrs. Larson was at that meeting.
I did. This was on May 10th. This was the last meeting of the Head Start until next year. They'll meet again in September. Their last day of school is this Thursday. This happened to be a meeting that involved a health advisory team. Head Start does a great job of linking families with services within the community. One of their concerns is the fact that not all children have health insurance. Out of their 120 students, about 95 will receive preventative health care, so they're thinking about the difference there. They advocate that families reach out to the Albrecht Free Clinic. We're very fortunate to have Dr. Gominski. He is a pediatrician there, and they certainly would accept any child in need of preventative health care. So I just want to remind people of that service. Same thing with lack of continuous care for dental. And they have a dentist there, Dr. Kyle. He's also a pediatric dentist. And again, through Head Start, through the Albrecht Free Clinic, really any child, it's not just Head Start, could reach out to the clinic for additional intervention as needed. And then finally, they also reported on the students who might be referred for mental health services. And we contract with Professional Services Group. They're out of Kenosha, but they have a Washington County branch. And in addition, we sometimes use the Washington County services. The Head Start group is, those children are 3 to 4 years old. So a lot of times they don't necessarily have the care for that early age group. They're more school-based. And so they've looked to other counseling services as well. But what I really appreciate about Head Start is they're recognizing the importance of early mental health intervention, of identifying children that might be at risk, of putting their families into contact with the right personnel. I know I've mentioned to Laura and Sharon that I would love to see in the future maybe a community-wide or a district-wide conversation on the mental health interventions that we have here in West Bend. We have many between our school RNs, school psychologists, counselors, and such. But I think it's certainly on the radar at Head Start, and it is within our district as well. But I think from a board perspective, it might be nice if we learn more about what's available and what's being offered, and just help to identify if there's any gaps. So I appreciated that they brought that up at the Head Start. In addition, they took a motion to accept a state supplemental grant for 20 kids to support. It's $115,000. There's 7 in Hartford and 13 in West Bend. We also, again, celebrated Sherry Beam. She is the Rolfs Teacher of the Year, and she is instrumental in starting our Sycamore Tree intervention, or Hartford Head Start program. Next meeting, September 13th. It's always a pleasure to be at Head Start. You sit in really small chairs, and it's great for your hip mobility. So got a little yoga workout in. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. Another committee report tonight on policy.
So the policy committee met tonight, Monday, May 21st at 6 p.m. before this meeting and reviewed 2 policies. One, a new board policy, 443.1, student dress, and a second, a revised board policy, 443.2, student conduct on school buses. And after review and discussion, the committee members agreed to bring both policies forward as presented to the board at its next meeting. And that concludes my report.
Wonderful. Thank you. We are getting close to the end. We're not quite there yet. But I will tell you, if you have papers you need to sign tonight, any one of us up here can sign those for you, except if your last name is Hanson or Hochstetter, you got to have them signed by me. But just hang in there. We're almost done.
And the administrators in the back?
Administrators in the back as well can all
Also
sign
sign.
your papers as well. Turn it over to you, Laura, for our board meeting calendar.
Excellent. So this week, our board will be finishing up interviews with our superintendent finalists. So some closed session meetings of the Board of Education will be posted for this week, and some are already posted. On June 11th, we will have our next regular board meeting that will take place here in this room at 6:30. You're all welcome to join us again. Prior to that meeting, we have a policy committee and our facilities committees meeting that evening. On June 18th, we have the next board meeting. So our June calendar is a little different than our typical second and fourth meetings of the month. After the June 18th, our next meeting is not until July 23rd. So we have a little gap in there for our meetings. We only have one meeting in July.
Wonderful, thank you. Obviously, we have 3 big nights ahead for the board with interviews of our 3 superintendent finalists. They'll be here in the community starting bright and early tomorrow morning, but for us tomorrow night, they will be heading over to the country club at about 4:45. If you can get over there sometime between 5:30, 5:45, talk to Mr. Schmidt, just if you run into traffic, that sort of thing on the way home, no problem. We won't start dinner without you, but we'll see you all over there tomorrow night.
And the opportunity for the community, one more time, I'm sorry for
Yeah, the
interrupting.
opportunity for the community is tomorrow is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at Silverbrook Intermediate School at 4 o'clock. I would imagine that these candidates would have a little something to say as far as why they think they're qualified to be our next superintendent. And then they'll want to talk with members of the community, they'll want to talk with students or any parents, and you can certainly ask them questions. And we want your feedback. And so if you see Mr. Hamelman in the back of the room there, he will be with these candidates throughout this whole process. Go up to him when you're done interacting with these candidates and let him know what you think about them, and then that message obviously makes its way back to the board. So
And we'll probably have just a half sheet of paper for if
great.
anybody wanted to write something down.
great. The moment we've all been waiting for. I will move to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Second, we've got a motion to adjourn in a second. Any discussion, questions? Take a roll call vote. Kurt?
Yes.
Yes.
Connie?
Yes.
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 We're adjourned. Thank you.
This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways. This winter, pay attention, go slow, and stay in control while driving. And let's achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roadways.